Hey there, rugby fans. Big news coming your way about the All Blacks as they gear up for a crucial showdown in the Bledisloe Cup and Rugby Championship against the Wallabies. After a tough season so far, they're ready to make a statement, and honestly, it's about time. The pressure's on for Coach Scott Robertson and the team to deliver an 80-minute performance that's been elusive this year. You might have noticed that the All Blacks have had a roller coaster ride lately. After some nail-biting wins against England and Fiji, they split their games with Argentina and faced some heartbreaking losses against South Africa. With all this in mind, they're heading into Sydney determined to reclaim the Bledisloe Cup. It's been a while since they've dominated at the Cake Tin, and they know they need to change that narrative. If you're a fan of the All Blacks, drop a "Vi All Blacks" in the comments and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Robertson's approach is clear. Focus on delivering a solid performance that the crowd can be proud of. The All Blacks haven't won at the Cake Tin since 2018, and they're well aware that they need to turn things around. This time, they'll be relying on Beauden Barrett in the number 10 jersey, taking over from Damian McKenzie, who's been a crucial player this season but needed a breather. Robertson emphasized the importance of building team depth, and with Barrett and TJ Pienaar back together, they're hoping for some serious magic on the field. Now, it's not just about individual players, it's about teamwork and execution. Robertson pointed out the need for bravery in their gameplay, throwing those risky passes and trusting their skills. They could have easily won every test match this year if not for those late-game hiccups. As the team focuses on perfecting their execution, fans are eager to see if they can finally click and pull off a commanding performance. So, what can we expect on Saturday? A high-energy game where the All Blacks show up ready to fight for every point. The blend of experienced players like Barrett and fresh faces like Radama and Wallace Satiti will be key. Let's hope they can capitalize on their potential and deliver a game that not only gets them the win, but also reinstates their pride in front of the fans. As we gear up for what promises to be an exciting match, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and activate notifications so you don't miss any updates. Let's rally behind our boys and hope they can finally conquer the Cake Tin once again. To wrap it all up, the All Blacks are at a pivotal point in their season. With a strong lineup, including Barrett, and a commitment to improving their late-game execution, they're poised to take on the Wallabies head-on. Can they finally break the Cake Tin curse and secure the Bledisloe Cup? We're all waiting to find out. The All Blacks have done it again. In an intense showdown against the Wallabies, New Zealand retained the Bledisloe Cup with a narrow 31-28 victory. The match, held at Accor Stadium in Sydney, saw both teams pushing hard, but it was the All Blacks who held on to secure the win. If you're a fan of the All Blacks, write "Go All Blacks" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. Both teams put on an absolute spectacle, scoring 4 tries each. For Australia, Fraser McReight, Matt Fessler, Hunter Paisami, and Tom Wright crossed the whitewash, with Noah Lolesio knocking over all his conversions, staying flawless from the tee. On the New Zealand side, Will Jordan, Rieko Ione, Caleb Clark, and Artie Savia all scored tries, with Damian McKenzie converting them and slotting in a key penalty that made all the difference. It all started with Will Jordan, who wasted no time, darting through the Australian defense to score in the second minute. The guy was on fire after stepping into the fullback position following Beauden Barrett's late withdrawal. McKenzie easily slotted the conversion, and it was just the start. Minutes later, Rieko Ione was in on the action, scoring another try in the 9th minute, which McKenzie, yet again, had no trouble converting. And before Australia could blink, the All Blacks went over a third time, with Caleb Clark bulldozing through 2 defenders to get his name on the score sheet. It was all happening in just the first 15 minutes, but the Wallabies weren't going down without a fight. Australia responded with a well-executed set play, sending Fraser McReight over for a try, and Noah Lolesio was spot on with the conversion. The crowd was on the edge of their seats, but the All Blacks weren't finished. Sevu Reece picked up a loose ball and got it to Artie Savia, who powered through to score, making him the highest try-scoring forward in All Blacks history. The crowd roared as McKenzie kicked the extras. Before the halftime whistle, Australia struck back again. Matt Fessler peeled off a maul to score, and Lolesio nailed a tough conversion to keep the Wallabies in the hunt. As the second half kicked off, New Zealand looked to extend their lead. Mackenzie slotted an important penalty in the 45th minute, putting the All Blacks ahead by a crucial margin. The Wallabies weren't giving up though. They mounted pressure, and the game became a tense affair. Despite 2 disallowed tries for New Zealand, the Australians clawed their way back into the match, with Hunter Paisami crashing over the line with 15 minutes to go, narrowing the gap. With just a minute on the clock, Tom Wright scored for Australia, and Lolizio's conversion took the Wallabies within 3 points of the All Blacks. But time ran out, and New Zealand held on, once again retaining the Bledisloe Cup in what was a thrilling contest. It was an incredible performance from both sides, but New Zealand just had that extra edge. If you love moments like these, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on All Blacks action. What do you think? Could the Wallabies have pulled off an upset? Let us know in the comments. All Blacks Artie Savia celebrates with Sam Cane and Sevu Reece after scoring during the Rugby Championship match between the Australia and the New Zealand at Accor Stadium in Sydney. The All Blacks retain the Bledisloe Cup despite a nervous last 20 minutes in their 28-31 win over the Wallabies in Sydney on Saturday. Both sides scored 4 tries apiece, with the hosts going over the whitewash with Fraser McReight, Matt Fessler, Hunter Paisami, and Tom Wright, with Noah Lolizio kicking all the conversions in a flawless day from the tee. The All Blacks points came from Will Jordan, Rieko Ioane, Caleb Clark, and Artie Savia tries as Damian McKenzie kicked 4 conversions and a very important penalty that proved decisive. It was the All Blacks who flew out of the blocks early, with Jordan making the most of his late switch to fullback after Beauden Barrett's withdrawal by finding a pocket of space and showing his acceleration to score in just the 2nd minute. McKenzie was on hand to kick his first conversion of the day. The visitors did not let up as they looked to double down on their fast start, finding plenty of space down the left side to set up Ioane for yet another Bledisloe Cup try in the 9th minute, as fly-half McKenzie had no issue with the kick. If you're a fan of the All Blacks, write "Go All Blacks" in the comments and subscribe to the channel. Unfortunately for the Wallabies, 2 tries became 3 in the first 15 minutes as Clark barged his way through 2 defenders to cross the whitewash for yet another converted try. However, this time the hosts responded with a brilliant set move off a lineout that had McReight in space after a series of lovely passes. Lolizio would add the extras. It would always be difficult to keep the All Blacks out again, and they got rewarded for their defensive pressure as Sevu Reece picked up a loose ball to play in Savia, who ran in under the sticks for a converted score, becoming the highest try-scoring forward in All Blacks history in the process. The hosts would have the final say of the first half as Hooker Fessler timed his breakaway from a maul to perfection, and Lolizio kicked a difficult conversion to keep the Wallabies in the contest. New Zealand started the 2nd period with some good pressure, leading to a penalty for McKenzie in the 45th minute, taking the All Blacks crucially out of the 2 converted try difference. The contest tightened up as the Wallabies grew into the game, leading to a lull in scoring, with the All Blacks scoring 2 disallowed tries before the hosts eventually crashed over for a converted try from Paisami with 15 minutes to go. The Wallabies continued to push and finally got their reward with a 79th minute converted try from fullback Wright, once again converted by Lolizio. This would take the hosts within 3 points of the All Blacks, but it was not to be, as New Zealand retained the Bledisloe Cup again. Don't miss out on more exciting All Blacks action. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and stay updated with all the latest from the team. Also, don't forget to leave a comment below with your thoughts on the match. What was your favorite moment, and how do you think the Wallabies can improve? Let us know. Summary: the All Blacks retained the Bledisloe Cup after a thrilling 31-28 victory over the Wallabies in Sydney. The game was a nail-biter, especially in the last 20 minutes when Australia closed in. Both teams scored 4 tries, but crucial plays, including a penalty kick by Damian McKenzie, made the difference. The Wallabies fought hard with standout performances from Fraser McReight and Tom Wright, but the All Blacks' early dominance and relentless defense secured the win. Will Jordan, Rieko Ioane, Caleb Clark, and Artie Savia were the try-scorers for the All Blacks. Despite a late push from the Wallabies, New Zealand held on to keep the trophy. What do you think about the game? Did the All Blacks meet your expectations? How do you think the Wallabies performed under pressure? Share your thoughts below.